Mainly because you're dealing with somebody else who actually can keep up with you in neutral. Diddy is kind of used to, you know, having such a strong neutral game, and then more importantly, just running people over in the disadvantage state. But here it can be a bit of a coin toss, whereas he still gets to juggle himself really well, and like the Diddy mains are aware of how to edgeguard each other. But you don't get to win neutral as consistently as maybe you're used to.
In addition, having an opponent who knows how to deal with your banana much more cleanly than the average opponent as well.
I already dig some of Torn's movement, like he was already doing the backslide after landing with monkey flip, that sort of stuff.
Right now, Nesk has been doing a good job keeping control of the stage. And I feel like that's one of the big things you want to do, especially in this matchup. I mean, it's something in Smash 4 you want to do in general, but Torn getting the spike, not enough since he has a lot of HP. But keeping control of center stage seems so vital as you get that spacing to put pressure on your opponent while they have to adjust to banana, among the many other forward airs you're going to be throwing out in this neutral game.
Yeah. Torn slowly bringing it back, though. Trading with these forward airs, evening up the distance. Wow, actually managed to just spot dodge through that forward smash.
Properly adjusting to that monkey flip, clearly showing he knows of this matchup.
I am still curious why the Diddy pick over the Sheik. I mean, we might find out as it goes on, but Sheik ordinarily is considered to do pretty okay against Diddy Kong, just because when it comes to the edge guard, as Trevante has shown us so many times, like a single needle flick over the stage just will slay barrels immediately.
Oh,
you
yeah.
don't have to guess when Diddy's going to let go of them, and then you can bouncing fish or just a simple back air to catch the monkey flips.
And Fair is great for that as well.
Yeah. There we go, getting a full charge on the up smash, but not going to quite kill Nesk. Diddy Kong a little bit too heavy for that.
Both players trying to feel each other out now. Both want to go for that down tilt connection. Not quite working out there.
You
nice
saw that
tech there.
Yeah, Nesk got the first down tilt, recognized his reaction was too slow to get the up smash, so he walked up to try to get the tech read with the next down tilt. But Torn ready, tech rolled out of that situation, and we're back on that standoff, like you said, just the down tilts coming out from these guys.
Yeah, good choice not to go for that committal. Is this up air? He waits for the air dodge, but Nesk jumping to avoid that, knowing what he's looking for. Banana coming through to cover Torn's option there.
Oh, there we go.
Double back air coming through.
Yeah, catching the tech in place. And I think the big difference between Nesk and Torn in that situation is Torn kind of came to the conclusion first that we're both looking for down tilt and we're both playing around it right now. So it's like, if you're not going to give me the down tilt I want because you keep shielding every time, I'm just going to take the free grab instead and at least get to an advantage state. He didn't get to kill off it, but he got himself in a position where then he could just take advantage of Nesk being off balance.
Nesk coming through with that up tilt right there. Very clean. He realized he didn't need to go for too much more there. The up smash would have done it, but he was at a percent where the down tilts were not connecting to the up smashes anymore. So just getting a perfect pivot into an up tilt works very cleanly on that.
Plus, it's such a good anti-air move, right? Like, especially when you're at low percents, you know, forward airs and stuff are going to be coming your way to chain you across the stage. But you just up tilt, it's a big disjoint that ends up catching a lot of folks off guard.
Especially Diddies who are trying to recover and try and get off of the ledge. They will often resort to jumping up a little bit higher since that monkey flip does give them a little bit of freedom if the opponent is not prepared for it.
Torn's actually starting to run away with this. Like, he still needs about, like, with the fact that he has no rage, he actually needs about, honestly, 50 or 60 more percent to take the stock, but he's getting there.
Yeah, he's responding very well to a lot of what Nesk is doing, just waiting patiently for Nesk to do something. Putting on a little bit of pressure. He gets grabbed there himself. Now Nesk is racking up a little bit, but...
Oh, there we go. Good capitalization of the banana trip. And the shield poke happens with the back air. And we're getting into that territory where down tilt up smash can actually work on Nesk. And we see immediately Torn throwing out those down tilts, trying to take advantage of that. Looking for... Oh, doesn't look for the air dodge. But he still catches the landing, and that's what makes that so powerful, is even if you don't necessarily get the 50-50, by the nature of that, you're going to land first, which means you get to catch the other player's landing, and Diddy Kong having really poor movement unless he commits to a monkey flip means that you can catch him with an up smash right afterwards.
Both players were playing quite composed there, though. It's a lot less bananas than I would have expected coming from a Ditto, clearly showing their knowledge on the matchup, and both being very patient, just not wanting to push too hard, because as you saw there, if you push a little too hard, then you just get punished.
So I just want to point out Nesk's counter pick. I think that's actually pretty clever, especially considering how banana-centric a lot of Torn's like neutral game was. Just like you can just take the banana and force him to play an entirely different game. This actually, a lot of Diddy Kongs really hate the Villager matchup just for that facet, where like they just lose the dimension to their gameplay.
Exactly. Without having that in your gameplay, your biggest tool is going to be your forward air, and if, as a Diddy player, Nesk does know he Torn has those options, then he can start limiting those options with his own options as well.
Well, yeah, like the Diddy forward air, it's actually not safe, right? There's usually about 20 frames of end lag, because either you're going to get the landing delay, or if you do it so that it auto-cancels, you just are in the air for 20 frames.
And Banana is a big portion of protecting it and making it safer in many cases, because if Banana is behind them or in front of them, then it makes it much more difficult to run out and punish Diddy after the forward air. So without having Banana as well, it makes it much riskier to punish.
That being said, I mean, Torn's doing a really great job of consistently closing this gap. Villager's one of those zoners that has to win with paper cuts, and unfortunately, like, that means you got to be winning neutral like 3 or 4 more times than your opponent. It's usually easier because you got the slingshot, and that's something that everybody else doesn't have, but this is looking pretty rough. Yeah. Nesk is trading, and that's not what a zoner should be. That's not the ideal situation for a zoner, rather.
You got to have that firm air control with that slingshot. Torn's been doing a really good job of avoiding the slingshot hits. Those often are what lead to the deaths in neutral, or the loss of control in neutral against a villager. Good
anticipation by Torn. He trumped Nesk, knew that Nesk was going to go to the smashable platform instead because he didn't want to, you know, a non-invincible ledge grab, and he intercepted that with a forward air, kept that going.
And then he opted to run off and back air, realizing Nesk was a little bit scared of the trump again, so Nesk recovered quickly, and he covered him with the back air off the platform there. A little bit out of that range for the down tilt into up smash to work. Nesk dying away as well. Probably has to go for another option there. Probably the back air. He'll be looking for an up tilt as well, I believe. If he can get it.
Oh, good nair into fair. That was nice. Nesk taking that first stock. And the scary thing is, you know, Rage Villager, we look at the axe and we look at the bowling ball. This is a character that can't kill at like 50%.
Yeah, especially if you just get that person, get them off the stage or right above them on the platform. Smash attack not coming through there.
Oh yeah, unfortunately the neutral get up able to come out just in time for Nesk. And look at this already, 52%. This
if it was the bigger turn-up hitbox, it might have actually connected there. Triple turn-ups might have made it.
Oh, the trump doesn't pay out for Torn there either. Torn struggling to find this kill, and he's getting baited really hard by Nesk.
Yeah, Nesk is doing a really good job of utilizing neutral air as well, realizing even if it will always trade at least with what Torn is throwing out there, and especially at this percent, trading is perfectly fine since you're usually gaining more percent on them.
I love Nesk is so aware. It's like he needs me to dodge in some way right now if he wants to get this kill. He's not going to be able to kill me easily with the grab, and he definitely doesn't want to commit to it either. There we go.
Coming through, though.
Up tilt coming through once again.
He gets the banana pocketed, I think. Yeah, he does have it pocketed. So.
For a moment, it looked like Torn was going to just hesitate. He's like, you got my banana. That's it. That's it. I don't want to deal with this anymore.
And that's the super annoying thing, too. He just holds banana, and then if he feels a little bit of pressure, he can pull it back. Oh, he misses the axe, though.
That is terrifying. I didn't even think about the ability of Villager to just use the banana.
Into axe, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, normally just holding onto it is such a great tool, but the fact that you can use it to combine into any of your amazing kill options that normally you can't like combo into is fantastic.
But I mean, that being said, it still sent the message to Torn, just you can't use banana freely now, because if I get it, like I can kill you off this conversion.
Ooh,
good DI out.
He needed that DI out too.
Yeah.
He was gonna get spiked. Torn knew what he had to do to try and seal this game out, but Nesk responding properly and gets him with the. Was that a slow water? Did it come out a little bit more slowly then?
I don't know in terms of that. I just know that was a really nice bait to just recognize, oh, the banana's right next to the tree. Well, I know where he wants to be next. I'm going to
I think
make it sprout
moving
up.
Closer, he might have made him think he was going to trip on the banana. Possibly.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
And then by walking in to like make him think he was going to trip on the banana as he was watering it, maybe get a grab or something to get some more damage on.
Could have been a factor, honestly. But, like, of course, the watering can has such a huge range that Villager doesn't really need to stand very close to the sapperling at all to go off.
A lot of really interesting watering mechanics as well with Villager. He's going to be switching off Villager there, so might be anticipating a swap from Torn, which might be why he's doing it. But the watering can, if you do water the tree a little bit beforehand, the next time you water it, it will come out almost instantly.
So, I want to say I've never known that Torn was working on Bayo. It doesn't surprise me. It's a very good character, and he's already rocking a Diddy and a Sheik. You know, why not?
Yeah, he loves he seems to like enjoy the top tier.
He likes winning, and it's a man after my own heart. And he's actually just chilling on this top platform. I mean, I respect it. You do what you got to do in order to win, and the downside right now, though, is he is in the deficit, and I don't think it's going to be easy for him to get now like 30% damage just with air bullets.
Yeah.
And Nesk is aware of what's at stake. He's not rushing in either. He says, like, okay, you want to play lane?
Nesk is actually on the Bayo.
Oh, Nesk is on the Bayo.
Yeah, Nesk is on the Bayo.
Might be. So yeah, Nesk right now is going for a very patient tactic, and Torn's not really, having any of it.
Yeah, and Diddy being too short for the bullets to really get bullet camped too nicely either. Smash that coming through, but not quite. Just racking up damage with those up airs, climbing up, showing a ladder of his own to Nesk.
That jab does so much. Oh my gosh.
And the bow within coming in for that extra damage for Torn's part. I think the scary thing about bow within is if you do it too late and the character used a low committal to initiate it, Bayo will end up taking more damage as a result.
Yeah, you can frame trap bow within, but you just need to be ready for that possibility.
Exactly.
Still messes with a lot of the bread and butter kill confirms for characters though.
Exactly. Ooh, great little short hop there into that monkey flip grab option. Coin gets it again. Opts to jump up this time.
I do appreciate that Torn is doing a very hit and run style. And we see why that's so important.
Yeah. Bayonetta's get out of jail free card with snitch time.
You call it snitch time?
Yeah, that's why she doesn't serve the full sentence on punishes.
I can live with that. All right. Nesk is not Nesk. Torn is gonna clean up Nesk's next stock, evening it up. Yep. After this, it's gonna be. Wow, still not even. Diddy actually doesn't do that much damage off of singular wins. He keeps winning neutral over and over, so it just feels like he piles it on.
Yeah, he waited a little too long there. He was showing some nice patience, but Nesk showed him some patience of his own waiting out the banana throw. Torn didn't quite get the regrab he needed to. Just another banana slip.
I think Nesk is just still trying to make himself feel comfortable on this corner. Like, he seems a little bit uneasy, and that's why he keeps backing off a little bit more towards the edge.
And Torn can definitely use that to his advantage. When Nesk is not in the corner and wants to retreat there, it ends up feeling like he has a lot more pressure on Nesk than he might actually have in the neutral against a Bayonetta.
I dig again that Torn is just letting this happen. He just sees that he has the percent lead, and this is...
He gets re-grabbed though, he's going up.
He just double jumps outside of there. And he's alright, he's alright.
And he gets that grab using that banana pressure.
Oh, good. Good spacing on the banana throw, because that will only witch time Diddy if you're within a certain radius of Bayonetta.
And nice little jump up there to hop over the heel slide as well and get a grab off of that. Right now, he was playing Villager earlier, but it looks like he's been getting the death by 1,000 cuts now, but waits a little too long on that.
Tries to get the full charge just to be sure it kills, and that's just enough time for Diddy to block. Down tilt's still a pretty fast move. Oh my gosh, the crowd going wild.
Pushing hard. And he's just been getting very small exchanges that he's been winning, but they've been very effective. All he needs now is a little bit more.
So Torn is at this point caught wind of the fact that Nesk really wants to witch time this banana. And every single time he throws it out, he actually waits outside of that range, waits for the witch time, and then tries to run in and punish her right afterwards.
And Nesk's witch time is at a very low time now, so it's in a very bad situation because it does not last very long. So it's not going to be the best option unless he waits it out a little bit longer.
You see, he just went for it again. He went to hang out by the banana. It's so scary for Torn because, like, we've seen this situation so much where he has the percent lead, but just one mismanaged neutral and suddenly he can find himself, like, here, off stage.
Good recovery there, just opting to go straight to the ledge and not have any shenanigans.
4 throws,
not going to do it. We can DI that.
The up air to beat the up air. Torn